we had
majority.
You see, how many of you were born Muslims? How many of you were born traditionalists? Then I asked them, were you truly born a Christian? When you were coming to this earth realm, were you tagged a Christian, a traditionalist, a Muslim? Somebody told you that you are a Christian because you came into a family. You came into a society. This is where you pick the programming of I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. If you weren't born into a Christian family, you will never call yourself a Christian. So it is a programming you have received that make you feel that you were born with a certain belief system or born with a certain faith. So the programming we are talking about is something that we must keep reciting to ourselves.
So,
that we have to work on it.
Let me go back on this child example you did. So if I am training my child today, if any of them offend the other, I should rather tell them, apologize to your brother.
Exactly.
As you hit your brother, it is paining him.
Yeah.
So the same thing.
He's feeling the pain.
You're feeling the pain. So you shouldn't refer to a certain God that God will punish you for doing that, but rather tell the child that your brother is feeling pain. If he does the same thing, it is you. So you rather apologize to your child, your brother, than to apologize to God.
That's it. The same way we do with our children when they offend us. When they offend us, instead of sitting them there, letting them know the extent of the pain that we are going through out of what they did, we rather attribute it to God. This thing that you did to me, God will never forgive you. No, he didn't do anything to God. You are programming the child to feel that whatever the child does, he is offending a God external. It's the same programming we were given, that the sins of Adam has been visited upon generations. If you are a father and you have a property, and that property is for you, you share the property to your children, and then now you have a problem. You are in debt. That is where all your children will also have to come together and gather resources to support you. Is that not it? Assuming you are a father, you have a property, you didn't share it with any of your children.
Squander.
You have not even squandered it. You still have your property. Yet, when you go in debt, you call all your children and tell them that this debt is yours. Make sure that you settle the debt. Will they be happy?
No.
So why is it that Adam's property was not shared upon every generation, but his sin was shared upon every generation?
Oh yes, my people, una well done. Obodo Naija don carry census bust out o. Oya, bring your ear close, make we yarn. Anywhere you dey, if na Biafran you be, whenever they wan count census for Nigeria, kukuma come back to Biafra land o. Make them count you in your own land, because during election they killed us in the north and Yoruba land, and na them still talk say we no get right to vote in their land. So time don come, make we boost our population. And if you no fit return, selenge for your house, make you no participate, because them go add una number for the region where una dey. Another one be say, if you dey north and your tribe no be Fulani, when you wan fill the form, identify your tribe. No go write Fulani, e dey very important. In this census, if Biafrans go come back like tomorrow no dey, them go know say we plenty for this obodo Naija where we dey so. We go use this census exercise to ascertain our population and the size of amenities wey we need in Biafran territory. Remember, every obstacle wey we get for this freedom, IPOB don dey dismantle am small small, and this population census go be another evidence to that effect. All hail Biafra, Biafra will hail you. Stand your ground and go fear. No dey from me, no say Biafra like this. open on ear, hear this one. This one now for EEDC. EEDC won't defraud Southeast with exorbitant electricity bill with no adequate power supply. On top the matter be say, they no go give prepaid meter to their customers, but them go give illegal high estimated bills. They no want know if light dey or e no dey. Instead of them to fix am, they go force people to pay the bills wey they no use, or them go cut the lights. I wonder how communities go use contribute money, buy their own power transformer, buy electricity cables, and yet pay huge amount of money to this obodo Naija corrupt EEDC, but they no go gree connect or bring the light. Even when they dismantle to repair community transformers wey spoil, they no go repair or return it to the communities. This issue don tire people o. Anambra State Governor Soludo, im don pay 100 billion naira to Emeka Ofo and EEDC. This matter dey under agreement to provide light o, 24 hours light o. But from March 2023 until now, Anambra State still dey for darkness. Emeka Ofo don frustrate other companies wey wan give us light. The koko be say EEDC na the reason why Southeast no dey develop. This thing no dey good o. I say e no good o. This thing no dey good o. No one knows tomorrow.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great dear friends and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name still remains Mazi Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 13th day of July 2024. I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform. This is our rallying point. This is where it all started. This is Radio Biafra, where we worship. This is Radio Biafra in defense of freedom. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto today's program. Today being, let me repeat again for you to understand that we are live and direct. 13th day of July 2024. Today is Saturday. Normally on our usual discussions on religion. Now we must continue. Last Saturday I tried, but for private reasons, for that I cannot control. Honestly speaking, I tried my best to be on air. No way. Nonetheless, we must continue to preach, to dispense this good news, this good spell that we are casting on ourselves, the reprogramming we are doing unto ourselves, because we are born into a very wrong program. We have been wrongly programmed in Nigeria, very wrongly programmed, so that we start behaving abnormal. But today, we are trying everything we could in order to get ourselves reprogrammed. That is how it's supposed to be, so that we'll be on the same wavelength. Therefore, invite your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform. We are live and direct on satellite. Our FM stations are under repair. For you to understand that, you know, we don't lie here. Many of our FM were sabotaged. Many has one problem or the other, but they are under repairs, which will come up as soon as possible. But please do not give any excuse of not listening to this good spell. You can download IPOB Community Radio. It is a very low data consuming application. In addition to that, you can also download Simple Radio. Through Simple Radio, you now search for Radio Biafra London and you get us live and direct. Moreover, we are on our mother website, www.ipob.org. www.ipob.org. Through there, you can also be listening live, Radio Biafra Live. There is a portion, it's being written. Once you click there, you'll be listening to Radio Biafra London. Also, we have our PayPal section through which you can donate anything. Because of this struggle, this movement, it needs money to function. This movement needs money. That is why our detractors, they want to crumble. They want to cry. So I wouldn't say they wanted. They still want. They want to crumble IPOB. That's why they blocked the finance at the early time of our leaders' rendition. One person, Ofonye, starts sitting down on the funds. I think we know that. But this thing is arrow. One person sitting down, the finance the movement. One woman, if it is one of our brothers, say, only suppose rain on ori amaraka nere tomatoes. Oh no, our money. Ego only ona mamu only ona contribute. Yeah, kwechini. For you to understand how grievous things are. Kwechini. That they cannot now get nothing. The Kano siblings corner Egon-ish IPOB movement. Because they believe that after all, before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will just come and announce that hey, somebody, we know you have eaten IPOB money, you are in America. We know in Kahaga. Well, nothing, no follow up, nothing. Egon Kahaga. That's why. She say nothing. Till today, Anna but we must continue. I'm telling you, we must continue. You know, the system of this, our movement, it will come to a situation whereby people will be feeling hot. We'll be feeling it hot. Man, we are still on enlightenment, educating our people, reprogramming ourselves, trying to change our mindset. Because our mindsets, we are programmed in a fundamentally flawed manner. Are you hearing me? In fact, the worst thing that happened to us is this program that was given to us, that was imposed on us, that was casted on us as a spell, as a bad spell. And we grew up with it. Anything can back me life. Highest, instead of you to revenge you, give it to one unseen being. Say, God go punish you. Let me tell you, ihe awo okwu ndị the weak, ndị na-enwe ume. I tell you, God go punish you for this. You know I don't have power, but God go punish. No, God will not punish him. Don't stop consoling yourself, because we have been in this so long. And what God do? If God go, the highest thing or the worst thing that can happen to a person is death. But look at the people that killed us. Look at them vibrating. I don't know. Obasanjo kanona. Ocho na oburu muwanyiri. Obasanjo. Go on, the same thing. Many of them, Go on now, let me tell you something. Because even I hate hearing it, seeing it. Maybe one person die, we say, hey, in a karma, a God have done it. No! It's natural, he's dead. Maybe he died. Or something happened to him that can happen to any person. Let us not be relying on an unseen power to do something that we're supposed to do by ourselves. Are you hearing me? That is why today I'm going to talk about understanding the power of man. We have gone. We didn't take cognizance of the power of man. That is why every time we rely on some higher, what we refer to as a fantasy we created in our heads, a program. God will do it for us. No. The world we are enjoying, anywhere you are today, you want to run away into another country, built by man, not God. Human being subdued the universe, the world. For the better, the earlier we understand the power, the very big and huge power that we have as human beings, the better for us. If not, we continue to rigmarole and continue believing that one way or the other, one spirit, call it God or call it anything, will come and rescue us. You are living in cloud cooker land. Do you hear what I'm saying? You are living in dreams. Dream. We better understand the power of man. That is going to be the topic of my submission today. But before that, and this type of mindset, let me just keep on a bit. It made us weak. Just like a baby, a child, a toddler, a child of 5 years. When he fights with his age mate, every time he will be pampered by the father, he cry. The child, his comrade or his age mate will beat him. He will come and, hey, Papa, how will you feel? Calling the father. A time comes, you as the father, you become annoyed. You say, I will not be coming to save you all the time. Imagine this huge, this spirit that we refer to. Just imagine the prayers going on to him from millions, if not billions of people. If it is you, how will you be? You put on something, for them to be in charge. Now, every time they will come to you. Your son will come to you at the age of 40, he's still eating thanks, sir. He will come and beg you for transport money. He will come and beg you for money to buy shoe. At the age of 40, 50, 60, how will you feel? You will feel that you born an imbecile. That no here. Because it doesn't take responsibility. We should take responsibility of this life we are in. Are you hearing me? I don't want some people to misunderstand me. If you want to misunderstand me, maybe mischievously, now you sabi. But we must tell you, we must hit it to you as it is. That is one of the reasons why we are weak. Because we believe that God will do it for us. Relax. Just, we always like shortcuts. Just when you relax, you make a statement. Pronounce a word and it will happen. Who tell you? Who this is? You are just trying to satisfy yourself in your little fantasy. It doesn't happen. If it is like that, the more developed people, the Caucasians will practice this and use it. They will not even release it to you. Let us say that what they did is they brought to us a fantasy, programmed us to be fighting with the fantasies. That's it. So that anything that happens to every other human being, if it happens to you now, instead of understanding that this is from human being, you understanding the power of man, you know, now you start giving praises to a spirit you don't see. Are you hearing me? You know, sometimes some people will be maybe a kind of feeling surprised to be hearing all these things, this type of thing, because these are things they are not accustomed to hearing. These are realities. It heals. Remember when Mazi was blastering on air, he opened up on different fronts. Many people fear that, look, this man is acidic, because he's telling you, revealing things that you never think about. But later on, your subconscious starts cooling down and say, look, what this man is saying is reality, is true. Do you see why Radio Biafra is peculiar? It doesn't matter how you think, how bitter you feel, but later in your subconscious it will be telling you, nah, what this radio is talking is true. That is my only satisfaction, nothing more. It doesn't matter the insult and the abuse you give to me or give to Radio Biafra. That is now, it doesn't mean, it doesn't stand anything. It's the same way you are praying, God, kill Gowon. Many people that Gowon Senior have died. Innocent people, even very good people have died. But Gowon that committed the genocide is still there. Jandanjum is still there. Many of them are still there. The way you, but you are comforting yourself. Maybe tomorrow night, if Gowon dies, you say, hey, I say it. He will meet his Waterloo. As if people don't die. Let us remove this primitivity. No, I say it. This religion imposed on us made us to be thinking in a stupid manner. Something that can happen to any person in this world, normal thing, will happen. But because of the way your mindset is, you start saying, I say it. It's because of what he has done. Nothing. It's a lie. People die. Even pregnant women die. Innocent child that never born in this planet Earth, or the first day, but still born. Children are born still. That is born dead. What did they do? What are you going to talk about that? So let us stop hiding our weakness in claiming that, oh God will do it for us. No. We have to do it for ourselves. You go up or go down, we have to do it ourselves. That is it. So before I continue to today's topic, understanding the power of man, that is human capacity, I will read IPOB press release and go on just few news headlines. As usual, I've learned to be brief because many people have been complaining. If I talk more plenty, there will be this law of diminishing return will be happening in the brains of some of our people. The shorter it is, the message it is, the better for people's consumption and understanding. Therefore, we must continue. IPOB press release of 13th of July 2024. But the headline says, the caption says, don't set Biafra land on fire. No governor should allocate grazing reserve to meet Allah militia, IPOB. Because I saw even Governor Soludo, I saw it somewhere written on the news that he gave Mieti Allah thanked him for giving them land to them. Okay. The noble family and movement of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, led by the great prophet and resolute leader Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu, wish to caution the Eastern governors to shun the recent demand from Mieti Allah terrorist group for the governors to allocate grazing reserves in their respective states to them. No governor in Biafra land should mortgage the safety and security of Biafrans by allocating land to the terrorists for Ruga in disguise. The Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB is asking the Southern and Middle Belt governors to reject the demand for grazing reserves by the Fulani Mieta Allah terrorist organizations in Nigeria. Fulani claim to be Nigerians. Why would they want grazing reserves from other states instead of utilizing their own ancestral land for their grazing reserve? Any governor in Nigeria that yields to this selfish demand of these terrorists has mortgaged the future of their generation to come. That governor will be mortgaging the future of their children to mass slaughter and mass burial. And that governor must be receiving consequences of his or her actions. Any state or clan that allocates land to the Fulani today for whatever reason have willfully sold his state to invasion and displacement. Both the governor and his future generations will not live to tell the story of yesterday by the time the terrorists will launch attacks to take over their state. People must learn from history. History always repeats itself. According to history, the indigenous Hausas welcomed and hosted the nomadic Fulani from Futa Jelon in the 18th century. Today, the indigenous Hausas have been reduced to slaves in their own land. In today's northern Nigeria, Fulanis have displaced, killed, taken over, and renamed many Hausa communities. Almost all the northern opinion leaders, political leaders, traditional rulers, and religious leaders by Fulani and Hausas have no other place to call their home. The same deception and voodoo the Fulani used on the Hausas in the 19th century, because it was 1808, so it's early 19th century. In the 19th century is what they are using on the political elites in the rest of Nigeria. If such voodoo works on other Nigerians, it won't work on Biafrans as long as IPOB ESN exists. If the indigenous people of Nigeria think that the political class have all the powers to stop the Maroedan Fulanese and their Fulanization agenda, then the people must be out of their minds. As we bring the attention of the governors and politicians in the south to the Fulani's dangerous moves to grab people's land, the people themselves must rise up to defend their ancestral lands or be doomed. As for us, the IPOB, the Fulanese knew that Biafra land is a no-go area for their deception and voodoo. We are certain that governors in the Biafra land will not mortgage the future of our generations to come. But if they create any grazing reserve for Fulani, they would have drawn the battle line with IPOB ESN. We have confidence that they will never allow Fulanis to occupy or be in possession of an inch of Biafra land. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who created the livestock ministry for Fulanis, should allocate grazing reserve to them from his own place. The livestock ministry is a code name for Ruga. That is true. No Ruga in any format will be tolerated in the eastern region. President Tinubu can allocate Sambisa forest as a grazing reserve for the Mietiala. That massive forest is more than enough grazing reserve and a settlement for them. The Fulani can have their way with the Nigerian Fulanized presidency, but the indigenous people must resist any attempt to take over their ancestral land in the name of grazing reserves and Fulani settlement. Fulanis are opposed to the idea of modern ranching. Instead, they want grazing reserves in different states because they are deceptively pursuing the Ottoman than Fodio's ideology of conquering the whole of Nigeria. IPOB is reminding the Nigerian government and Mietiala that Biafrans do not have sufficient land for development and agriculture, let alone for grazing reserves. IPOB ESN operatives have a duty to monitor Biafran forests and bushes. They are to dislodge any Fulani terrorists and destroy any Fulani settlement found in the bush. Fulanis are free to export their cows to our territory by cargo and sell to them to their customers, and after which they go back to their base. Those of them who want to reside in Biafra land should rent a house and live peacefully like any other citizen. But we will never tolerate any terrorists occupying any inch of our forest for whatever reason. If ESN operatives apprehend anyone in that bush, such a fellow will be treated as a terrorist. IPOB once more call on all the governors in the south, particularly the eastern governors, to avoid the certain fire that will consume their generations to come by disregarding Mietiala terrorist groups' demand for a grazing reserve. IPOB will resist any form of land grabbing, change of demography, and conquest ideological conquest in any disguise. All we are saying is that there shall be no grazing reserve for Mietiala terrorist group in Biafra land. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for the Indigenous People of Biafra. Coming to this matter, I want to ask, why is it that you have seen since even the former regime, Mietiala, that was when Mietiala was formed in Nigeria as the political face of Fulani headsmen, the terrorists. Why is it that they are encroaching? They want everywhere. They want to, reserve Ruga everywhere in every part of Nigeria. Why? Whereas I think they say that Biafra land is a dot. That we have our land cannot contain us. Now, why are they now coming in order to take part in that place? By force. Biafra, we are accommodating. We are not fighting against Fulani per se, no. But against all these terrorists. Are you hearing me? If you're a Fulani man, you are doing your normal business in our land, you are welcome. You rent your house and stay like any other person. There is no problem. We are not problem people. But if you want problem, we give you problem. That is who we are. Why should they be clamoring for reserve? They say Niger State is number one, the largest state in Nigeria. I think one time they said the former governor of Niger State said that he's setting up a full reserve for Fulani headsmen. He can accommodate them, but they don't want. You know why? They have ulterior motive. Let us learn from history. Law Panta is a case study that we are still suffering today. The person that gave out Law Panta to the Fulani, to the terrorists, or Fulani terrorist killers, the headers, or killer headsmen, is Ojo Carlo. He's still alive today. Do you understand me? He's still alive. Do you see why I say that we are weak people? As not IPOB, but as a race. I the weak. I'm ready, like the other time. I am ready. When you see him, when he came and if the person see Joseph Kano passing today, he will be hailing him. Hey, nah, hey, no. But this man caused the deaths of thousands of our people by dishing out the Lord Panta, giving it to the Fulani headsmen. And he publicly boasted about it. Oh, do you see it? He publicly, Ojo Zokalo publicly boasted about it. Are you hearing me? Nem na say mmadụ chọ enwere m ike igbu onwe m na enwere m si na ihe ka oge anyị ga-akwụsị this nonsense. Onye chọrọ igbu onwe gị ha yes or -1. The only thing ị ga-eme gị adị ihe ahụ ịchọ igbu onwe gị ihe gbuo arụgodo onye nyere ndị iro anyị ndị isi a igbuo ha like Ojo Zokalo. Igbo ha gbuo onwe gị I immortalize all your name. Only be a cool nonsense. You know? We should understand. Law is what we are fighting, is what is facing us today. Because of ordinary innocent land given to be do your business as cattle header, they turned it into a launching pad for terrorism. Do not forget that what the Fulani killer headsmen are doing is under the greater agenda, world order agenda, that brigade is fronting to destroy farmers, natural seed growers. Have you forgotten? That's why they are supporting them. The Nigerian state is supporting them. You don't see the pressure on Tinubu. The secret pressure on Tinubu is so high. Are you hearing? Do you know that this what do you call it? Is it headsman ministry that Tinubu ratified? Livestock development, okay, Ministry of Livestock Development, okay. Officially, Tinubu created this. Officially, do you know that Buhari couldn't do that? Buhari tried, but it backfired. But today, Tinubu, a non-Fulani, have done it. I want you to I'm telling you how these people works, so that when you see another person, any person that is a non-Fulani or even an Igbo man, say he will be a president, Nigerian president, he will do good. Let me tell you, the way these people work, they manipulate anybody, even the non-Fulani more than. He works to their interests more than. Buhari tried to forestall this. No way. There were many outcries because he's a Fulani man. So what did they do? When they brought out Tinubu as a card, before they brought, he have to sign that this is what he's going to also, among other things, do it. And do you know one thing? The Fulani, they are lobbying right from up. Not Nigeria. Right from the nucleus of this world, the superpowers. How many times you used to hear that, the 19 northern governors traveled to America on a conference? Have you ever seen, for example, Igbo governors or southern governors go to America on their own for collective interests? Have you ever had it? Igbo governors. Their highest, their limit is Kaduna, or Kano, Sokoto. They go there and receive order. And Abuja, nothing more. They can never go as a group. Who born you? Well, Fulani will decimate them as they are coming. Do you see how they put them? But they themselves, being the Fulani, being the prison warders, as our brother used to say, for others, they will go and negotiate and lobby, take order from the superpower. Now come and be maintaining it, implementing it. Our own so-called southeastern governors or Biafran governors, their rank never. Who will they see? If they go to America, who will meet them? Nobody knows them. They don't know nobody. No, they will be snubbed. Are you hearing me? Do you see how we are caged in that zoo? We are under lock and keys. That's why we are trying to liberate ourselves, and it is the duty of all and sundry to join this effort, because our liberty is at stake. Now, Tinubu has done what Buhari couldn't do. They say, wait now, wait. The same way they did OIC, Organization of Islamic Conference. Are you hearing me? Organization of Islamic Conference. When the Northerners were in power, it was more going, it became a national discourse. Oh, Christians are shouting, no, Nigeria cannot be enter into OIC. They kept quiet. They say, but Nigeria is not a member of IPOB, OIC. They were, the Buhari, Babangida, Abacha, all of them, the Northerners, they were doing all this secretly. Because it should not be seen that, oh, these are Northerners doing open Northernization at the agenda because they are in power. So they kept quiet, doing it secretly. But do you know what? When they put in 1999, when they put their man, Obasanjo, in power, yeah, because in that 1999 election, Olufalaye won, but they put their man. And that's how Nigerian election is. Oh, I rather call it selection. Now, immediately Obasanjo entered power, they start Sharia, agitation for Sharia in parts of the north. And immediately Obasanjo rectified it. He gave it to them. He said, don't worry, they will come run away from the Sharia. It's a political Sharia. Talk nonsense. Because it was what was signed before he entered power. And they cannot use any Fulani or Northerner to achieve this. So they are waiting for any non-Fulani to enter, so they can use him to achieve it. And do you know why? So that Yorubas, Igbos, Christians will not make noise. Because they see Obasanjo as a Christian. Do you see how they work? You know, when I say that, look, the Fulani, how number one, when it comes to politics, they don't make noise like you. Are you hearing me? They don't make noise like no, they don't make noise. That's why look at is it a makeover? If he's coming to Kulobia, he's coming to Anambra. Look at his entourage, his convoy. It's more than the president himself. They gave it to, they know that our people love noise. So you bloat them, make them to be larger than life. I want people to understand what I'm trying to bring out, because it's very important. They now give you, they will give an Igbo man that's a fantasy that, oh, you are more than they give him that power, so that for him to deliver, they will give him that, make him to feel that he is larger than life. And our people, we like something new. You understand? Our people will be seen and be easily deceived. Oh, it may call for look at. Hey, wow. You don't know that. They are using it for a purpose. The same way they used Azikiwe as a ceremonial president, deceiving Igbo people. We thought that he is Zik of Africa. That in number one, oh yeah, number one in Africa. Whereas in yeah, like if he's coming, oh, he's a Zik. It's just like a make-up for scenario. The same thing. Whereas immediately, if Mekofo goes to, is it a Sokoto Caliphate? I mean, Sadana of Sokoto's palace. If you see, they can even slap him secretly. He will lie down on the floor. That is it. Do you see how they work? Now, Obasanjo came. In Obasanjo, they have Sharia not. Number one. Obasanjo formalized Nigerian membership of OIC. And the whole Christian, everybody kept quiet. Say, nah, the person doing it is a Christian. No. And everybody kept quiet. That brouhaha, no brouhaha, is gone. That thing that would have been, fire everywhere, had it been, it's a northerner that did it. They say, Obasanjo is a Christian. After all, every Sunday comes to a half chapel. He ordered the building of big chapel in Asorok. So that deception, the Fulani, they are masters of this type of game. You are being used, you don't know nothing. These are politics, they are number one. Now that's zoo. You understand me? So all this, the question of OIC died natural death. Nigeria become an open member of OIC through Obasanjo. Now, after Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan came. Goodluck Jonathan became the first Nigerian president to openly attend that meeting. I watch it, I think in Saudi Arabia. Goodluck Jonathan is a Christian, he's a Biafran. So the whole Christian Biafrans and Southerners and every Nigerian Christian cuckoo keep quiet. The Fulani, they are finished everybody. That one gone. So you cannot talk. If you talk, if you complain, they will tell you, now your brother Duamo is he a Christian? So it's to tell you that OIC is not about religion, it's this. They know how to use people. They know. They master it. Have you forgotten when they use Igbo politicians, governors, to kill Biafrans? Have you forgotten? They will go and promise. They went and promised Wike Igbo presidency. He started saying, I'm Igbo, I'm Igbo. He started speaking Igbo, which he know how to speak. He's an Igbo man. The same promise, they go to Naiwood privately. They promise Naiwood, now you know you are our man now, so we will support you for Igbo presidency. But this IPOB, deal with them. He said, no problem. The same promise, the same thing, they go promise the whole governors. Governor of Dave Omahi. They went to governor of Imo State, Okorocha. They went and promised governor of Anambra State. The same thing privately. This is wisdom. That is how politics. That is how Fulani works. After they started killing our people. Oh, no, IPOB, you are the people that, you are blocking us from having Igbo presidency 2020. Where is Igbo presidency 2023? Where is it? I continue asking. Where is it? That one is forgotten. But not IPOB. IPOB, we don't forget. Are you hearing? Do you see how they work? After everything, they snub all of them. During the primary, presidential primary, they deceived them. They spent money. They started bribing the delegates, party delegates, with dollars. With dollars. Millions of dollars. All of them, they will mine. Immediately they select their own man. And do you know what? They know that these people will come back to ask of their money. Because they were given assurance that don't worry, we will vote for you in the primary. Don't worry, you are our man now. Dollars now. After, you know what they did? Is it Mietiala or Northern group? Northern Elders Forum immediately came and announced that, look, they made public statement after the primary. Immediately, that some politicians bribed some party delegates with a fake dollar. That don't worry, when the time comes, you will face the full wrath of the law. So that these people, they give them cash now, it's dollars. This week, all of these people, they have scammed and taken their millions of dollars. None of them. Everybody, because if you go, they have fake money, they will bring out, and EFCC we pursue. So all of them kept quiet. Do you see how Fulani? Do you see how they do? We know the way they work. We know it. Only that our people, our politicians are many of them are foolish, honestly speaking. They don't understand. So now they are using Tinubu to achieve what Buhari could not achieve. As a Fulani man. Are you hearing me? They are using Tinubu now, who is a Yoruba man, a Southerner, in order to achieve what Buhari cannot achieve. Now he has created Ministry of Livestock. Now tell me, what is the difference? Why is there Minister of Agriculture or Ministry of Agriculture? Is livestock not under agriculture? Okay, you created the Ministry of Livestock. You have to also create Ministry of Seedlings and Farming. Are you create the Ministry of Seedling, Farming. After you create ministry, what of a Ministry of Fishery? Now, what is the work of the Ministry of Agriculture? Do you see now that they have created 100% avenue to finance Mietiala by the Nigerian government? This is what they have been looking for. Do you remember when Buhari gave them 160 billion naira openly, which made the news everywhere? To Mietiala. Now you cannot, because Ministry of Livestock Development, Ministry of Livestock Development, you don't have anything to talk about. Talk to them about again, because they will be financing Mietiala through this completely. So your mouth no dead again. They have finally succeeded. Do you see the same way El-Rufai came and boasted that they have finally succeeded in putting Muslim ticket in Kaduna and in the wider Nigeria, and it will never be reversed. And that is the same way they have done this. Morons are there watching. People are there praying. So-called Christians are there praying for God to come and reverse the whole thing. I don't know. You are nothing but a weakling. When you want, you are praying. These people that are doing it, how did they read there? Are they not human beings? How are they? Don't ask yourself, is it God that is one spirit or God that is doing it for them? No. Because of their political sophistication. That is the reason. You yourself, you are there still waiting for one God to do you a favor, to do everything for you. You are praying. Continue praying. Now, no nekele Maria mandi ndi Jupiter. Ndi mother Jupiter go na grass. No there. A prayer warrior. Since I was born, I continue hearing prayer warrior. You learn your prayer, okay? What? Nothing. What do you? What is it that you achieve that Chinese never achieve? What is it that you NEPA, ordinary electricity, you don't have? You will prayer warrior. Continue praying, prayer warrior. You are living in a fantasy cloud cooker land. They give you, they made you ceremonial, powerful person. The same way they deceive Azikiwe as a ceremonial president. We thought that he had the whole power. Nothing. Whereas he's an open, empty drum. That is the same way they give you. The West, the Europeans give you the religion in order for you to feel that you are too big, that you have power. But you don't have nothing. Then what are you hearing when nothing? No power. The only power is physical power. The only power is what man can do. Do you see how the Fulani, they are manipulating everything? Today they have created Ministry of Livestock Development. And the people don't ask, now what is the work of Ministry of Agriculture? No, people don't ask. You are on, you'll be crying. That is why Mietiala has the audacity in order to tell every governor to create a ruga everywhere. Because now they have ministry. And the Federal Ministry of Livestock, it will be everywhere. They will have their offices, their buildings in every state. Do you see how they operate? But you know they are now you don't know. You don't know. When we tell you come and support what we are doing, because we understand the way the Fulani works. But because you are heady. You are heady. That is why you are not supporting what we are doing. Until it reaches you. Now, the Livestock Development Ministry of Federal Ministry is a federal ministry. It is obligatory now that each state they will have their office, their buildings there. And it is Mietiala controlling it. That is a way to channel money to them, to finance those that are killing you. Don't you see the other time, Brutai is in Benin, put in Benin, strategic place in Benin for the Fulani terrorists to run away as they are being beaten in Mali, Burkina Faso, and other African countries. They are coming to Nigeria. The place that the Allah has given to them. Is it not? After all, you praise Israel that the God of Israel, he killed the Jebusites. They killed the pregnant women and collected their land. You are praising them. Do you see what goes around comes around? You are praising that God. Now Allah, the Fulani Allah have told them, come to collect your land. What are you doing about it? You are praying to your God. Very weak. Do you see how things go? They are going to build this. Is a federal ministry. Once order come from above, now money will be flowing. You will know that is not billions of dollars will be flowing directly to the terrorists, Fulani killer headsmen, in the name of Ministry of Livestock. Which person we go there to even look high? A non-Fulani. Who are you? If they employ any non-Fulani in that ministry, you just errand the boy, spokesperson, errand the boy, just to make it feel that it's not all for that Fulani. Look at how they have used Chinedu to achieve this. Do you see how they work? And you are there, you don't know, it doesn't concern you. You don't feel anything because you are ignorant. Ignorant. That thing you have been shouting, this is morning. About it now, they will come, gas slaughter now. That is why ESN is there. And we must support them. We must support them. They are the last line of defense in our land. Forget about this. How many times? Once I see people calling, they are killing us, they are destroying our farms, so government should come and. Who are you calling the government? The government is those that are sponsoring behind what is happening to you. When are you going to learn? Danjuma have told you, he said they collude. The Nigerian military is no more neutral. They collude. They are accomplices. They support the killer headsmen directly. And you are there calling Nigeria this to come and help you. Are you not stupid? Do you see? Are you not stupid? That stupidity is what we are trying to remove from our people. From people listening to this gospel. So that you understand, your eyes will be open. They have used Chinedu, a Yoruba man, to further, advance Fulani agenda of, Ottoman Danfodio ideology, conquest. They have used it. It's later by each person because he's intoxicated with power. He want to be Nigerian president by all means. It is in his turn. So now they give him condition of being his turn. Okay, it's your turn. We agree. But look at what you are going. He said, "Don't worry, I will do it. No problem." It's a sign. Put your blood. Do everything he do. They now, let me tell you, Fulani, they don't give you benefit of doubt. They will give you their own security to guide you. So that if you go against, they don't believe in praying or this and that for God to kill you. No, they will do it by themselves. Who was Goodluck Jonathan's chief security advisor? Who was that? Is he not a northerner? Do you think that if he himself is in control, if he want to choose his chief security advisor, do you know what is chief? Somebody that organizes his security, both feeding, both your enemies there is the person in charge, which means they can kill you anytime you are in their hand. So anything they tell him sign, he will sign. Do you think that on a man Anyoma, it's under they are guiding him, they are watching him day and night. So he don't so he's doing all these things for his life, because that is the negotiation, the way he what he signed before being the president. Somebody that is desperate. Are you hearing me? Once you are desperate in something, anything can happen. That is why we are shouting. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Is not leader of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family. He's a public figure. So there should be no desperation in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's coming out. Never. Are you understanding me? That is where we stand. There should no desperation, because once you are desperate to come out or to do anything, now there will be conditions. All these things they are talking about, what do you call it? Negotiation. Which negotiation? What is the terms? All those are talk. All those are talk. Do you think that Nigeria will negotiate and tell you, oh yeah, come out and continue what you are doing? No. Go and stop doing Biafra, do it in our own time to finish. So all this, you see, Tinubu was desperate to be a president, and he was there, and he is there. Now look at, he has signed even somewhere this LGBT and all nonsense, going the way. These are the things that, one of the things that is causing problem in Kenya, where people are alive, they rose up, but in Nigeria, zombies. People that you can buy. If you look at even social media comments about Nigeria, even by Kenyans, you hate yourself from coming from that place. Even calling Nigeria is a laughing stock. I'm telling you, no ordinary citizens. They say, let us not be like Nigerians. Nigerians are the ones. They allow their politicians to do anything they want, as long as they can collect crumbs. That Nigerians can be bought with money. Do you see? This is the worst insult. But do Nigerians care? The answer is no. Now, let me go direct. I have some other news headlines, but let me. There is this one that says Borno says 8,490 repentant Boko Haram members reintegrated into communities. Calls them low risk individuals. Do you see low risk persons and minors, Boko Haram terrorists? Do you see that they are achieving their aims? But every time, yes, these are non-terrorists. Do you remember when some military personnel were shouting, telling Nigerians that, look, we are ordered not to kill Boko Haram, not to shoot them, but to capture them. And they say for them to capture one Boko Haram alive, and they say don't shoot them, don't even wound them, capture them alive. They are torturing Nigerians. But the issue is that Nigerians are so fragmented. Are you hearing me? They are torturing so-called Nigerians everywhere. Those in the military, they torture them. They say, go and capture the Boko Haram. You see people that have RPG, different types of guns and bombs, shooting at you. They say, no, run. Don't shoot them all. Run. Go and capture them. They say for one Boko Haram to be caught alive, 6 Nigerian soldiers average will die. These are the people taken alive. These are the people that are being reintegrated after just a few months, and they will be paid a heavy amount of money. Their minimum wage is 30,000 naira, which they are negotiating. But this Boko Haram, you'll be shocked how much they are receiving from the Nigerian federal government. and they are giving information to their brother. Do you see how sophisticated the Fulani are? Do you see how they are? All this thing, they are doing it, with the international community, with the world powers, giving them leverages of selling. Let them come and still loot our oil, everything, our natural resources, as long as they help them in order to subjugate, conquer everywhere. Do you see the mess we are in? I'm stipulating to you some of the messes we are in than you can imagine. 8,000 plus Boko Haram reintegrated. But every time you see them talking about ESN, they are all of them Operation Python dance. They are killing here. They will come and this and that in southeast insecurity. But look at how they are treating. Do you see the same one in Nigeria? Don't you see that? We must continue. So, as I said, the topic of my today's submission is understanding the power of man. That is human capacity. It is a very big pity that we are hoodwinked. We have been deviated, programmed not to understand the power of a human being, the power of man. Instead, we continue crying, looking for power of an unseen spirit. You can call it God or anything. Do you know this is the height of ignorance? This is the height of stupidity. Now, I ask you, you see our people, go to American embassy in Nigeria. You see people, their consulates, their agencies, people are depositing visa applications. America, different countries of EU, Europe, and other places. Now you ask, these places you want to run to, or we are running to, is it developed? Are they developed by human being or by God? Very simple question. My own question, it's not difficult, very simple. I want to just prick your mind for you to just think. Because what we are doing, just for you to think, reason, nothing more. Radio Biafra is meant for you to reason. Because naturally you have the medulla oblongata, the frontal lobe that is responsible for reasoning. But because of the program that we have received right from childhood, that program covers that part of, made it moribund. There is our reasoning capacity. Instead, we use a sentiment in order to cover it. If you want to say, no, why, Mazi Jonathan? Don't say, don't go there. You want to cause confusion. No, it's my belief. It's your belief. Don't believe my belief. I believe it. No, but I'm not. It's not what I'm saying. I say, can we reason together? Let us reason. That your brain is not that frontal lobe, according to Lolo Uchechi Kano, is not, that frontal lobe is not for fancy. It is for reasoning. It is there naturally to reason. All these countries you go, you take photo, you say, you are working the same. For example, in Nigeria, you're a plumber, but you cannot make ends meet. You are working hard as a motor mechanic. You cannot make ends meet. But when you now travel to Spain, you see that the same work, the same person, you never change you. The same person. Now you are working the same work you are working in Nigeria and shouting. But with that work you are working, the same work, you are working as a mechanic, in Spain. You are making a lot of money building houses which you cannot dream of doing in Nigeria unless you commit criminal offense or criminality in Nigeria. But in Spain, the same work now is fetching you money. You are living fine, even sponsoring many people to live good in back home. Now you ask yourself, who puts on this system that makes me a foreigner to be thriving? That even I cannot, with my technical know-how, I cannot thrive in my so-called country, my own country. But I use the same me, I never change. I come here, I start thriving. Can you ask yourself, who made it? Is it God? The answer is no. Is it one spirit? The answer is no. Who made it? It's man. That is why I am telling you, understanding the power of man. Man has the ultimate power. What you call God, this and that, you don't see him. It is just to keep you, happy. It's just to make you have hope on higher being. But we never see the work of God. What we see is the work of man in this planet Earth. So, what am I trying to say? We need to understand that we as human beings have enormous power in order to do and undo, in order to build nuclear weapons, in order to build different things. Not God. Is it God that built a nuclear weapon for America? Is it him that built all these space shuttle for Russia? The answer is no, it's a human being. Now, why can't we mobilize ourselves and understand that we are human beings, we have enormous powers and potentials and abilities? Do you see where we are duped? As a Nigerian, if you ask a Nigerian now, Nigeria is rich, yes. He say yes. Is Nigeria poor? He say Nigeria is rich. Only we have bad leaders. Okay, what are the source of your riches? The potential. He said we have crude oil, we have gold, we have gas. He start mentioning inanimate resources on our ground. Yes, it's true. But that is not the most part. That is not the rich. That is not the wealth. It's not. The wealth. Now you still ask a South Korean, a Japanese, why is Japan rich? Because we cannot ask, is Japan rich? No, we are seeing it. We ask, why is it rich? Say, no, we are rich because of the people. We, the human beings, the Japanese. Do you see the difference? The other one that are progressing Japan, they understand their potential as human beings. But the other people that are retrogressing, that are going backwards, that have a enormous wealth under their niche, under their foot, but they are poor. You ask them, they don't understand the power of man. All of them, almost all believe in higher spirit, one spirit that can do something. Ask Nigerian, an average Nigerian will tell you, don't worry, we continue praying. One day, one good politician, God will bring one good politician. Do you see how they reason? Do you see how they reason? That is why the politicians are at ease. Because Nigerians don't understand the power of human beings. What they understand is the power of Allah, the power of God, the power of spirit. Nothing more. Something that is a fantasy that is being given to them to make them happy. China understands the power of man. That is why even they made their country to be their religion. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Even the mosques in China is not built the same way as normal mosques, usual mosques you see with minaret. No. Do you know the West, the international community is castigating Chinese for changing the looks of mosque. China told them, now your problem. We are Chinese first. The West, the international community is castigating Chinese for changing the looks of mosque. China told them, now your problem. We are Chinese first. The West, the international community is castigating Chinese for changing the looks of mosque. China told them, now your problem. We are Chinese first.
When I see the blood, when I see the blood, when I see the blood, I will pass over you, dear France. Announcement. This year, Feast of Passover and unleavened bread starts from evening of Monday 22nd to evening of Tuesday 30th of April 2024. The theme is Thou shalt arise and have mercy upon Biafra. For the time to favor her, yea, the set time is come. Taken from Psalm 102, verse 13. In preparation to this, there will be daily teaching from Tuesday 16th to Saturday 20th of April by a call for prayer team of IPOB. On Monday 22nd and Tuesday 30th of April, there will be holy convocation, that's assembly, unto the Lord. Exodus 12:16. The flyers containing the full teaching on Feast of Passover and unleavened bread is already in circulation on IPOB pages on social media. May Chukwu Okike Abiama set our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra nation free this time. Ise.
Suffering indigenous populations and the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa onye na-efuwe n'aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe enye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadoro aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbogbo ebe niile dị iche iche onye na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi nara ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise.
Hello, thank you very much for joining us on this morning program. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to you, depending on where you are joining us from. Welcome to Sunrise on Radio Biafra, London. My name is Mazi Mbanali, and it is an absolute pleasure to be with you here every morning from 5 to 7 a.m. Biafra time. Every morning from 5 to 7 a.m. Biafra time is time for Sunrise. And what time is it now? This time is 4 minutes past the hour of 5 in the holy and blessed land of Biafra. And today is the 12th day of April 2024. The 12th day of April 2024. And we are live on Radio Biafra, London. Coming to you live from Radio Biafra, London. Our religion is Biafra. And we worship here on Radio Biafra. This is the place, the opportunity we have is in this place. We have been given the opportunity to conscientize and motivate ourselves on this platform. Today, we will be doing just that. We will be conscientizing each other. We will be motivating each other. You can join us on FM radio at 102.1 FM if you are in Biafra land. We are also streaming on satellites. We are also streaming on various apps, apps that you can download easily from your app store. Apps like IPOB, Community Radio, and Radio Biafra. These are very low data usage apps that you can download from your app store. Very, very easy. If you have Simple Radio app on your phone, all you need to do is go to your Simple Radio and search for Radio Biafra. Search for Radio Biafra and you will be able to listen to us and to be part of this program. You can also visit our website on ipob.org and radiobiafra.co. Visit these websites for you to be able to read the latest news and general information concerning our march to freedom. And this morning, I encourage you to share this information with everyone that you can. I encourage you to share the information concerning the liberation of Africa, concerning the liberation of the black race, concerning the liberation of the Biafran people. This march is towards the liberation of the Biafran people, the restoration of our sovereignty, the restoration of a sovereignty that was impeded on by the British. And today we have come to restore our dignity. That is why we are here today. And this particular call was made a resounding one by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Therefore, this morning, I am here to speak because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made a resounding call on this platform. And where is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today? Where is this innocent man? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted by the Nigerian government. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted from Kenya by the Nigerian government. This morning, I call for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the DSS solitary confinement. Nigeria government must understand that this call for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is one that they will never bring to an end. This is a call that must happen every single day, every single minute, every single second. Nigeria must obey the rulings of its own courts. The Nigerian courts declared the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his continued incarceration as illegal and a crime against humanity. Nigeria government kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya on the 19th day of June 2021. Kanu and his continued incarceration as illegal and a crime against humanity. Nigeria government kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya on the 19th day of June 2021. Kanu and his continued incarceration as illegal and a crime against humanity. Nigeria government kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya on the 19th day of June 2021. Kanu and his continued incarceration as illegal and a crime against humanity. Nigeria government kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya on the 19th day of June 2021. Kanu and his continued incarceration as illegal and a crime against humanity. Nigeria government kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya on the 19th day of June 2021.
So let me put it this way. So the same way you've used computer as a point, or let's say a reference point, can you really adjust that to how we've been programmed with that memory verse? So you said the computer has programming. If that virus, you have to do antivirus. So what do you mean by we reprogramming ourselves? What do you want to mean by that?
Example: blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. You have been memorizing this.
Blessed are the poor.
Blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. Do you know why? Go across Ghana and beyond. Study the people who are very committed to religion.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. And we are here live and direct. Today is the 13th day of the 7th month, being July 2024. We have some technical issues that perturbed, but we are able to overcome. So we must continue. It will never stop us from preaching this gospel. We must continue. Do not forget that today we are talking about understanding the power of man, that is human capacity, because this has been a very big mistake, a negative program on us for our detriment, or to our detriment, for us to believe that we don't have power now, that it is it's life from the pit of hell. Please, these are the negative mantras, negative programs that is affecting our lives negatively, because all these statements, all these mindsets are not allowing us to take full charge and responsibility of our lives as human beings. That is why we once already made. Now I ask, who made them? Is it God or man? Who made the welfare, social security you are enjoying today in America? Who traced them? Who made them? Who organized them? That when you are sick, you can be able to call a number. You can call emergency service. Who made them? Is it God or human being? Let us take full responsibility as a human being. This is the evil of religious mindset, taking everything to God. No, it's God that will give us Biafra. I tell you today, capital no, it is we that is going to do something that will bring us Biafra. Because this is too much belief is God that we're going to do it. It makes us to be relaxed and laxity. That don't worry, even if we are in a mess, we don't care. We say, don't worry, miracle will come. There is no miracle. It is we that is human being. We human beings that we are going to initiate the miracle. There has never been a place you go and they say it is a God that built this. Even the churches, the mosques, it is not God that built them. It is human being. So we are minimizing the capacity, human capability. That is why we feel lazy, because we believe that there is another superpower, superhuman, that can do all these things for us. Do you see the stupidity? Do you see where they put us down? That don't worry, it is not by your power. It is not by your power. It is not by power. It is by who? It is by what? By kneeling down, is it? Or is it by lying down? Or is it by fasting? No. It is human capacity that can do it. That is why Mazi Kanu understood this. Because he said that we don't want to restore a Biafra of religious bigots, superstition. Those that will, instead of doing what they should do, they now hand it over to God. No, God will do it too. It's God. It's life. Let us remove ourselves from this mindset. Are you hearing me? Japan, you are hearing my voice today as I'm talking. Who built that? Is it God? Japan has no single No single natural resource. Instead, they are disturbed every year by different natural catastrophe. But being human being, they have to build their country to their taste, resisting that nature, that natural catastrophe, using knowledge in order to do what? To counter the natural catastrophe. And today you are dying to go to Japan. Why? Because it is a place where they understood the power of man. Not the power of any god or any spirit, no, but the power of man. What I'm trying to preach in this platform is for us to be practical, for us to take care of our responsibilities instead of carrying responsibility to an unseen spirit. No, we are in a physical sphere whereby human beings are in charge. The aeroplane you are entering is human being that built it. Once you land at the airport, your stamps that are being stamped done by human being. If you are not allowed to enter, it's human being that will deport you. It is you, human being, that will do everything. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Religion make people lazy. Religion made people lazy because they believe that, look, they are made to believe, they are programmed to believe that, look, there is a higher power, mostly in our land, in Nigeria, that there is a higher power that is in charge, that will do everything for us, that will do it for us through miracle. Only our own is just to pray. Our own is just to pray. No, we need to walk. We are in charge. I want us to understand that we are in charge, completely in charge. If we succeed, it is we that succeeded. If we fail, it is we that fell. We need to take responsibility. That is what is lacking in Nigeria. No person takes responsibility of any failure. No. I heard that is it Interior Minister of Kenya has resigned because of what happened, the shooting, the killing. Can it happen in Nigeria? And SARS, did any government official resign? No. They will tell you, they will start claiming right. No, it is not me. It is. After all, there was one time Obasanjo was interviewed in Hard Talk in BBC. I watched it some years back. The interviewer asked him, told him that, are you responsible for the corrupt government, many corruption? Then are you responsible? Can you take responsibility? He said, no, how can I take responsibility? Am I the person that, can I be here and be there? Am I the person that, did any person see me collect money or do this and that? I'm not responsible. There, I detest the Nigeria, honestly. Even the interviewer felt somehow. How can an ex-president, other places, even failure, he takes, say, I'm fully responsible for anything. Macron's their failure, he took responsibility. Every other person, they took responsibility. But Nigerians, they don't take responsibility because they don't understand the power of man. Before you know, they start blaming it on one imaginary god or Satan. That's it. That is the mindset of Nigerians. And that is why everywhere is a quagmire. Because when you take responsibility, now you must act. You know, maturity comes with responsibility. I hope you know that. As a baby, you are not responsible. As a small child, you are not responsible because your mother is there responsible for you. They will bath you, they will provide food for you, but the more you grow, the more you are being viewed, the more your parents want you to be taking little responsibility. Have you heard when your mother will chide you? When you do something, maybe you used to do, maybe as a 12-year-old, something you used to do before, maybe when you are 9. When you do it, your mother will ask you, you will beat you. Do you think you are still a child? You want you to start taking responsibility because maturity comes with responsibility. If you are not mature, you cannot take responsibility. Before you know, just my boss is there or my parents are there. Now they will be queried. They are in charge. That is how Nigerians are. And this is the mentality we want to remove from our heads, our people, IPOB, Biafrans, so that must be the author of our destiny. If we fail, we take responsibility. Hey, we failed. Not to say, now so God want that. No, it's not like that. You have to remove that type of mentality. Human being according to genealogy originated in Africa within the past 200,000 years and evolved from the now extinct Homo erectus. We should understand that man conquered the natural world. Man conquered the natural world because, let me say, before the advent of human being or Homo erectus, there was natural world. But when man came, man with the development, with the brain development, he starts being in charge. Are you hearing me? He starts being in charge. It's no more about any other thing. It is human being that is in charge. In this world, it is human being. If the superpowers, the two superpowers, Russia and America, if they say let this world collapse and be destroyed, they have resources, they have nuclear weapons that can destroy this world 100 times. The world of superpowers. This is a fact. It's not I'm making it up. They have the nuclear warheads that are able to destroy this world 100 times. This is according to reports, facts, and figures. So it's man. Are you hearing me? Who built all those things? Man. Who put the world order? Man. Who built everything you are seeing? Man. There is no place you go, they tell you that, oh, you see this place, see this beautiful house, see this beautiful city, see this beautiful system is built by God. Do you see the way human being, very smart human being, or can I say naive and smart, they now simply put it, in order to deceive others, they say they are inspired by God. Who tell you that? Who tell you that? You are awakened. You develop your frontal lobes by being curious, because the natural instinct of human being is asking questions. You want to know. When you are removing yourself from belief, Mazi, some people say no, it is God. Yes, you can believe it as it is, but let me tell you, because of his character also, he asks questions. He used to, where others feel at ease, he don't feel at ease. Why are we so? Why in England it is like this? But why are we so? Why in our place this thing don't work? Why there is no electricity? You ask questions. That England, is it no human being that built it? Why? You ask questions where others feel at ease, where others feel that let us enjoy. No, you start observing things and start querying yourself. With that, you put your mindset, you awaken your mind. Because you'll be conversing with your mindset always. Other people that are numb, that are relaxed, they don't see all these things because they don't respond to stimuli, but you do. So when you are asking all these questions, now you will see your curiosity will continue increasing. And when belief will come into you, say no, but remember it is. You say no, it's not about, but no. You counter it by yourself. Now you start asking more questions. One of the Hindu branches of they call Confucianism. The founder is a prince. He was a prince waiting to be a king if his father died, but very nice palace, living as a prince. In the olden time, medieval time, the founder of Confucianism is a derivative or a branch of Buddhism. And they have a book also. It's being written by that man. Do you know what? As a prince, he started querying himself. He has many unanswered questions. Where you go and relax and see something and you don't mind, he will see different things there and start asking himself questions. Why is this so? Why is this so? He has no answer to all this. So he was being perturbed by the princehood, by the activities of princehood. Oh God, remember this is the time the Queen of Sheba have to come and visit. So this is the time. And it was the time maybe he want to be in isolation in order to meditate. So all these prince of 18 start disturbing him. He said, you know what he did? He ran away from the palace. He disappeared from the palace and entered into a forest, not known, not seen by anybody. He entered there and started living with nature. He started eating raw food, eating anything he can scavenge inside the forest. You know, he said he was in a quest seeking for the truth because he was being disturbed of things, questions that he cannot answer. Now he needs isolation. He needs tranquility, not with human being. You know, in order to look for it, in order to seek for truth, in order to understand things, you know, things that where others are not seeing, he want to enter there, and that is what made him great. He became the founder of that religion. Are you hearing me? The same way Muhammad was moving around, going into isolation, Mountain Ararat, where they do Lesser Hajj today, in the mountain of Ararat, asking questions, you know, meditating how things are. What is this life? You know, asking questions that you yourself, from a childhood till you are 100 years till you die, you will never even care to ask. But there are people that all these things disturb. You call when they stay, you know, when you stir up conversation with somebody, or when you just are with somebody now, the type of conversation the person comes up with, it will tell you the type of human being the person is. And there are kinds of conversation I don't even like to engage myself. Instead, I leave. So there are things you ask yourself, you start disturbing your mind. And it's all those things that make you awaken. You will awaken you, open your eyes more. It makes you to continue searching. Because you feel that you don't know. Always you don't know. And how can I know? I want to know more. I want to know more. That is an awakened mind. It is not oh, God did it. No. Don't give it to one unseen spirit, please. This is a mistake. We need to understand the power we have as human beings. And once we understand it, now we use it. Because you cannot say you are powerful without using it. Do you see America today? Do you see the world power today, the superpowers? Because the power they have. That's why you talk the NATO is sponsoring Ukraine, and Russia also is building their own multipolar world, their own alliance. That is it, to show that they are powerful. Because you cannot be powerful and hide it. It becomes irrelevant. You are not powerful. Once you have power, you use it. And that is how they see that you are powerful. So, if we understand the power that is in us as human beings, the power we wield as human beings, we will be using it. Without using it, we cannot even, nobody will know that we have power. That is why, do you see why IPOB is powerful? Because we now come together in unison and, you know, formed a family, a worldwide global family, that once we speak, if we say A here, everywhere in the world it will be sounding A, and it will tremble Nigeria. That is why they are afraid of us. Do you see that we wield the power? Because we are human beings. We now understand that we are powerful if we are together. And that is why we preach. United, we stand. We come together. Now we have power. That is what our adage says. So why can't we use that power? If we fail to use it, which means we have no power. Because if you have power, you have to use it. Only weak person used to cry to God. God, don't worry. I know if you do anything, but God is seeing you. That is, all those things is for you to be happy. That at least there is somebody who you are superhuman that is seeing the person. Is to make you happy. It's a psychological state to make you happy. So that tomorrow, if the person coincidentally but you who say, hey, my God is punishing him, is life from the pit of hell. Your God is not punishing him. If your God has power, you will make a statement. You have other bigger enemies that you can make statement and become you are God. We make you enter Sorok and destroy those that are destroying us. Are you hearing me? If it is like that, your God can make you become superpower. Or by your command, and there will be nuclear weapon everywhere. You command, there will be electricity. Why is it that every other things have protocol, but it's only when it comes to, some things now you become fantastical, fantasies? That is a question. Everything in this world have protocol, the way, the process. That is it. It is human being that does it. It is not by any spirit. Please, let us, the earlier we understand this, the better for us, so that we take responsibility. As I said, maturity comes with responsibility. As when we take over and say, look, if we fail, oh, now we fail. Now that thing will spur us into acting, to act, into more actions, to make sure to double our efforts in order to attain to reach our goal. But when we continue holding the whole thing, heaping it on God, on Chukwokike, it's him that can do it, not us. You are lying to yourself. You are deceiving yourself. I am telling you. It is high time we understand it. That man conquered the natural world. Man built civilizations worthy of emulation. Man is the most powerful creature in this planet Earth. With this knowledge, why are we lagging behind? Why do we call our unseen spirits or unseen beings to do things for us? It is a sign of weakness, a sign of ignorance of our true self, our capacity, our capability, and the power of man. The awakened mindset understand that belief or religion is primarily meant for control, for galvanizing people together in order to channel their capacity and capability towards one direction. We are in a physical world where man is in charge. Are you hearing me? We are in a physical world where man, human being, is in charge and nothing else. Nothing else. If you argue, if you doubt me, tell me, give me proof that another thing is in charge. Tell me. It is high time we take responsibility and understand the power we possess as human beings. We are in charge of this world. We can make positive changes. If we are lazy, now catastrophe will befall us. It is our fault. It will become our fault not to act. Are you hearing me? Religion makes us docile. The religion they give us is to feed us with docility, with fantasies, in order to make us believe that there is a spirit that will make it for us. That don't worry, relax in your inactive, in lack of activity. Relax and be lazy. One thing, don't worry, it's a miracle. Miracle will happen, and Biafra will come. It is only our actions that will do it. Are you hearing me? If you want, damn it, miracle. But it is we that are the author, or that will be the author of that miracle. It will not come by itself. Without even forming IPOB, you will not be hearing anything. Without Radio Biafra, you will not be hearing Biafra everywhere around the world. It's formed by man. Activities by man. Administration by man. We have national coordinators. We have continental reps. We have the DOS, who is in charge now, led by Mazi Chinedu. We have zonal coordinators. We have different people contributing secretly and openly in this effort. So all these things are by man, us doing it. So if there is a positive result, it is us. It is us that should be the author of that miracle. So, in conclusion, it is for us to understand that man is in charge of this world, so that we will beef up our effort in order to support and strengthen ourselves in what we are doing in order to achieve the goal. Because if we fail, it is us. God didn't fail. If we succeed, it is us. God didn't succeed. It is us that succeeded. It is us that is going to benefit from the fruit. That is it. So, it is high time we understand the power of man. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break as usual, so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people can call in. Do not go away. I will be right back.
Realize that there's a virus that is attacking the programs, not allowing the program to run as it. If I buy a computer and I realize that there's a virus that is attacking the programs on the computer, it's not allowing the program to run as it's supposed to run, what do? I use an antivirus to attack the virus on the programming. Sometimes it can affect the performance of some of the programs on the computer. What do? You reinstall the programs onto the computer so that it can work effectively for you. So the programming that has been done for us for many years through memorizing.
So let me put it this way. So the same way you use computers as a point, or let's say a reference point, can you really adjust that to how we've been programmed with that memory verse? So you said the computer has programming. If there's a virus, you have to do antivirus. So what do you mean by we reprogramming ourselves? What do you want to mean by that?
Example, blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. You have been memorizing this.
Blessed are the poor.
Blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. Do you know why? Go across Ghana and beyond. Study the people who are very committed to religion. It's not the rich, it's the poor. Because they have been programmed that poverty as a condition can take you into a promise.
To that promise.
That is greater. That is why some interpretations will urge you and tell you that your future glory cannot be compared to your current suffering. So therefore, by projecting into the future glory, you do not care the state that you are living in.
Pain,
but
the
poverty,
misery,
as a matter of fact, is not a condition. It's just a state of mind. So it is the mind that is poor, not the lifestyle. But the mind's condition, because it's been programmed to accept a certain way of living. So that programming will now reflect the kind of surrounding and condition you want to live in.
So poverty is not a condition.
No, it is a state of mind.
Poverty is a state of mind.
It's a state
so
of
if you want to be poor, you'll be poor.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're poor, it's not about you being promised heaven.
Do you know that people believe that through faith and a lot of fervent prayer, they can receive certain royalties from even places they've not struggled or they've not toiled? Some people can, out of memorizing these things, they refuse to reason with the same word. So because of the program, we refuse to reason with the word.
So talk to us.
Now, we must know that there are certain things that people attach certain sentiment out of faith, out of certain belief system to, so much so that they believe that they need a certain external power to be able to manifest simple reasoning, to be able to manifest simple hard work. So much so that simple agricultural techniques, they would rather go and pray. They would rather call on a God somewhere to come and do it for them instead of just using a normal, natural mind or intelligence.
So checking the seasons, knowing that this is not the right time to plant maize, he would rather pray even that dry season and still falls the maize into the soil.
Forgetting that there are people who have not even come to the knowledge of your faith, yet they are able to do well in the same field that you find very difficult to be progressive if there is no external influence or energy or power that you call God. It doesn't mean that the concept of God is bad, no. But we have cultivated a habit which has registered into the subconscious. It's part of the programming. When you tell your child that what you are doing is wrong, you are hurting your brother and your brother will feel the pain of what you are doing to him. So you don't have to do it. Go and apologize to your brother. It's a programming you are giving to the child. You are programming the child that you are doing something to a brother, and that brother equally feels emotions, has emotions, and will feel the pain. If you tell your child that what you are doing to your brother, God doesn't like it, and God will punish you for doing this to your brother, it's a different form of programming also.
Instead of using personal feeling and the pain, you're rather referring that thing to God, that God rather doesn't like it.
So this child will grow up and will offend his or her neighbor and will go and kneel down and pray to a God because he or she believes that he has offended an external God that will punish him or her, but not the brother, because it's a program. Over the years, your mother and your father has been telling you, like when we went to Kumasi, I asked them, how many of you were born Christians? We had
majority.
You see, how many of you were born Muslims? How many of you were born traditionalists? Then I asked them, were you truly born a Christian? When you were coming to this earth realm, were you tagged a Christian, a traditionalist, a Muslim? Somebody told you that you are a Christian because you came into a family. You came into a society. This is where you pick the programming of I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. If you weren't born into a Christian family, you will never call yourself a Christian. So it is a programming you have received that make you feel that you were born with a certain belief system or born with a certain faith. So the programming we are talking about is something that we must keep reciting to ourselves.
Let me go back on this child example you did. So if I am training my child today, if any of them offend the other, I should rather tell them, apologize to your brother.
Exactly.
As you hit your brother, it is paining him.
Yeah.
So the same thing.
He's feeling the pain.
You're feeling the pain. So you shouldn't refer to a certain God that God will punish you for doing that, but rather tell the child that your brother is feeling pain. If he does the same thing, it is you. So you rather apologize to your child, your brother, than to apologize to God.
That's it. The same way we do with our children when they offend us. When they offend us, instead of sitting them there, letting them know the extent of the pain that we are going through out of what they did, we rather attribute it to God. This thing that you did to me, God will never forgive you. No, he didn't do anything to God. You are programming the child to feel that whatever the child does, he is offending a God externally. It's the same programming we were given, that the sins of Adam has been visited upon generations. If you are a father and you have a property, and that property is for you, you share the property to your children, and then now you have a problem. You are in debt. That is where all your children will also have to come together and gather resources to support you. Is that not it? Assuming you are a father, you have a property, you didn't share it with any of your children.
Squander it.
You have not even squandered it. You still have your property. Yet, when you go in debt, you call all your children and tell them that this debt is yours. Make sure that you settle the debt. Will they be happy?
No.
So why is it that Adam's property was not shared upon every generation, but his sin was shared upon every generation? If I buy a computer and I realize that there's
Welcome
a virus,
back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name is Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 13th day of July 2024. Our lines are now open. Our lines are now open. And our direct line, as usual, is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view. Even if it is opposing view, it is still welcome, as long as we are all here to learn. And we do it in a very civilized manner. We learn from each other, please. Remember, I talked about understanding the power of man. We must understand it, the power of man, that it is man that is in control. Nothing, not any other spirit, please. It is man that is in control, not any spirit. I have callers already waiting. Caller on, let me see, signal. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Good evening from here.
Mazi. Welcome to the program.
I hope I'm coming out loud and clear.
You are. You are. Ganiru.
But Mazi is repeating. I'm hearing what I'm saying. I don't know why it's like that.
I don't know. Your voice is coming out
repeating after me.
It's coming out crystal clear. Unless you drop, if it's disturbing you, but it's coming out clear. But if you can drop and call back.
Okay, let me continue.
Okay.
Let me continue.
Go on.
Mazi, we have listened to you this evening, and all that you've educated us about what we should know and the way life's supposed to be, not the other way around. We want to just say, keep on doing the needful. History will remember the input you have done in this struggle. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria, and I have the Indigenous People of Biafra as IPOB National PRO. Mazi Jonathan, the last clip you played before you begin to pick calls, the woman is making a lot of sense, and what human beings should know and the way it's supposed to go. Mazi, the truth about this issue that we are trying to hammer here on Radio Biafra, these people, what they have done to our minds and in our brain is to completely turn everything upside down. Instead of human beings to reason with their frontal lobe, we are now reasoning from our anus, which is very, very bad. Somebody brought and different mentality of mindset to Africa, trying to impart this thing. Even most of us, they impart this thing right from child, from broke rosary to this to that, confirmation, holy communion, blah blah blah, to where we are today. And at the end of the day, I am ready to kill my brother because he don't believe in what I believe. And that thing, I want to kill my brother because he opposed me and telling me that this thing, the way I'm doing it, is supposed not to be the right way, that I should do it. And I'm ready to kill my brother because of what a white man, implanted in my brain, which is madness in a very high places. It's a hard time black people should understand that we have power to do things. We have ability to do things on our own without transferring it to God, because none of us have even go and see where this God is. They told us in the Bible that God is somewhere in third heaven, and nobody wants, even these so-called pastors that are teaching us this God is in third heaven. If you want to kill them today, for them to go and meet that the same God they are telling us is in three heaven, they will not want to die. This is why they are going now, perambulating anywhere they are going with the army, with a bulletproof cars, because they don't want to die. But they're telling the poor people that they should, a side patient, when they die, they are going to where their mansions has been built for them with gold and frankincense and myrrh. You begin to understand, you begin to ask yourself, Mazi, why are these people brainwashing us? Why are these people, instead of telling human being what we should do as a human being, they are telling you the other way around?
Let me reply to your question before you continue. Say, why are they brainwashing us? They are doing it for easier control, for them to control us. Because once they are in charge of our mindsets, they are in control. The funny part of this, or how can I say, the sad part of this is that they they inserted this program in us, and we now took it as our way of life. It is our life. Everything we are doing, our business, our enterprise, our works, our everything, now we are seeing it as it is through that we are getting daily, we are getting up daily. You understand? So it becomes our life. So it is a way of control and nothing more, for them to have dominion over our lives. That is it. Because the world is like that. Right from the beginning, the world is a world of domination. Anyhow you can do, they impose the religion on us. They killed us in order to subjugate us to this religion. So it now became part of us. Reprogramming it is not going to be easy. You see the fight. It's like that. It's not going to be easy. But what we are trying to make our people to understand, to think, have common sense. Because the more you think about all these things we have been believing since, I am telling you, the more you insult, even the more I insult myself. I say, why should I believe this at the first place? But life is like that. Once you become mature, now there are things you were doing before, you will now say, okay, you know that you were naive. So that is it. It is for subjugation. Mazi, go on, please.
Mazi Jonathan, I said thank Chukwu Okike for this Radio Biafra, who has been the mouthpiece of, a common man, that today our mindset, the way we reason, is no more the same. Mazi, I want to integrate by saying that I was discussing with a white man here in Austria, and he was asking me because he was asking me where am I from. I told him I'm a Biafran. He said, where is Biafran? I said, Biafra is a part of Nigeria, the eastern part of Nigeria, southeast part of Nigeria. He told me, yeah. He remember about Biafra kinder, Biafra children. I said, yes, it is in my place it happened. Now he was asking me, how are we doing now? I said, things are getting worse every day because we are still part of Nigeria. We are fighting for independence to free ourselves from Nigeria. He was telling me, but we have a lot of mineral resources. Why is it that the government is not doing anything? I told him that the problem is not about the people. The problem is that about the program that the government themselves have programmed themselves to make the people poor. So and when we are having this discussion, he heard me say there is something wrong with a black man. He turned and looked at me. But he told me, but you are black. I said, yes, I am black, but the way I reason is not the way other black people reason. Something is wrong with us. This government who are treating the people like this, their children is here in abroad. They came here, they buy houses, their children is studying here, and they will come here and see the system that human being operates, that human being built for themselves. And there are people, they set a law that everybody is abiding on that law. They will come here, they won't have security, they will jump into train, jump into buses, respect the law. But when they go back to Nigeria, they will become a tiger. Look at the Winke after killing our people. Mazi, I'm sorry I'm digressing. After they kill our people in Obibo, they gather themselves. I don't know where they gather. He was singing Lena Kamo, Elena, and they were laughing. Why are they doing this thing? Because after committing this crime, they will come out of the streets. The same black people they kill, we will be clapping for them. And we are asking, when are people going to change the mindset to understand that the type of life we are living today is being cost on ourselves. If we want to be good, it's in our hand. If we want to be hungry, it's in our hand. If we want to get a bad government, it's in our hand. No God is coming to do it for us. This is why here in Austria today, every of their children are living like kings and queens. Right from the day you are born, your parents will be receiving money until that child gets to 18 years. No stop. There's no month the government will tell the parents, and we are not going to pay this money. is made by human being, not by God. 24 electricity made by man, not by God. Good roads built by man, not by God. Mazi, as long as black people cannot be able to reason on this way, that we cannot understand that the power lies in our hand to do this thing, every day we are calling God. Even if I'm the one that is God, one day I will send the thunder to kill them. If this God to have mercy on human being who cannot reason to do things by themselves. Mazi, we must keep on shouting this in. Gradually, Africans are beginning to understand that we can do things on ourselves. There is no God that is coming to anywhere to come and do it because we domicile here. We are in charge. We are in charge of this world. We must continue. I am happy that our people have begun to understand what we are doing here. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but all I say here is that we are in charge of this world. No God is coming to do what man can do for themselves. May God bless you, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
There were Mazi. There were, of course. Once we realize that we are in charge, honestly speaking, our attitude will change for better. But the more we continue thinking and believing that we are not in charge, it is God, it is some spirit we need to call to help us to do it for us, as it is written. I am telling you, we continue being a mess, a quagmire. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, I have a different opinion.
Mazi, go on, please. You are welcome.
Thank the last caller because I said it all, but I have a different opinion. Mazi, my opinion is this. Where I come from, I'm an original Igbo man, a Biafran. The proverb that says, so, we accuse the native doctors of, doing something and at the same time being the one to unturn it. So my point is this. On the issue of the people that programmed our brain, IPOB, I want you to just pay attention 1 second. I will not take more time so that you will understand where I'm coming from. So IPOB understood something from the people that programmed our brain. IPOB understood the tactics, the system that they used, and that's why they are teaching us. So if we also use these tactics that they use to program our brain, we can as well unturn what they have done on us. Now, where am I landing to? We have condemned Christianity. It is fraudulent, but there are so many things in Christianity that they use to succeed. And the IPOB family members have failed to use that system that these people use to program our brain, to turn our brain too. Let me tell you how. Faith without work is in vain. It is a Christian quote. Our IPOB family members need to stand up and do this work. Many of us are not doing this work. When I said it, somebody says time of evangelism has gone. It's not true. Because the people that programmed our mind, they said, how many times will your brother offend you? They say 70 times 70. You see their system, you see the way they programmed us, 70 times 70. So if you put it in your brain as an IPOB member, to know that time of evangelism has not gone because it has not gotten up to 70 times 70. Understand my point? Now, the people that programmed our brain also told us that faith without work is in vain. If IPOB member understand in his brain that if I do not do a work, that the message of IPOB will not go deep in our people. You see the work? So how will you do the work? You continue on daily evangelism. But when you say it, you see another member coming to counter that to say, leave that and time of evangelism has gone. Has it reached up to 70 times 70? Because it is this procedure of 70 times 70 that the programming came. You have to use that system also to dismantle it. Let me give you an instance. I traveled from Aba to Abakaleke. I boarded with Peace Mass transport. So inside the vehicle, a preacher came in And I stopped him immediately. I told him to stop telling our people lies. Stop telling our people that there is Father Abraham and Father Moses. When in this world will you tell your people about your own father and your own grandfather? Do you want to tell me that all the days of your life, never for one day will you tell us about our journey to Abakaliki, how your own father and great-grandfathers lived in this world? You keep telling us about Father Abraham. Mazi, do you know that everybody in that vehicle, in that 18-seater bus, were against me? Up to the time that they stopped me in Omwaya, I have to come down from that vehicle. Nobody, not even one person could buy my idea that these people brainwashed us. I boarded another vehicle in Omwaya to Abakaliki. I refused to talk. When I get to Abakaliki, I finished what I was doing in Abakaliki. I boarded another one to Enugu. Another person came with this message. I stopped him. Everybody in that vehicle, it was only one lady that supported me. Only one. I encouraged her. I paid her transport. I supported her. I collected her contact. And from today, I've been reaching out with her. She never even knew I live in diaspora. You see the work. This is the work I want IPOB members to go into. Every day, make sure you will convert a soul and make a continuous follow-up with this soul that you have converted. That is faith without work. No matter how much we talk here, without a one-on-one evangelism, if I say it, you will see 100 IPOB members to counter it. You cannot counter it because this thing, this programming, you see, after listening to you this night, God knows how emotional I have been. I've been so sorry for myself because I have not done up to the expectation IPOB that has its own mind required from me. Imagine how many people that are listening to you today went out for evangelism and get one soul in the righteousness of IPOB teaching into this world. What do you think will happen? Do you know how disappointed you will be that a member, if you don't even take time, a leader, that his wife is not an IPOB member? At some point in life, my own wife was calling me Onye Biafra. Now, if people look for me and they want to describe me, Biafra. Have you asked yourself who is saying that? The person is an Igbo man. He says, so a Biafran. Calling me, describing me as do you see that? Where is the work? So my counter program to this teaching today is on the IPOB family members. Go out for evangelism. Get a soul. Revive the soul. Follow up with the soul. Form a house with that soul. Let him continue listening. Let the person, let your soul join you today to listen to Mazi Jonathan. My Lord, with that, we will make a progress. We will revive souls. We will form a stronger and a healthy family. Thank you, my Lord.
The woman say, I don't know why I'm not your Lord, Mazi, please. But let me say something. Biafrans, we are funny, honestly. Let me say something, Mazi. I understand what you said anyway. But let me tell you this. I know you are listening from the background. Yes, I know. Let me say this, Mazi. When you say that Biafrans are not doing the needful, many hardcore Biafrans are doing. It is an exaggeration, I will call it. I am telling you, people are preaching individually. If, for example, as you mentioned, if you didn't maybe say this on air that you went and preached in a bus or stopped a preacher like that, why are you deceiving our people? If you didn't say this on air, the people will not know. You understand? The same way people are doing things underground. They don't say it on, many don't say it on air. So I don't completely agree that IPOBs are not working. Many people are working in different capacities. It's not everybody. Let me tell people this, as you're hearing my voice. What makes a nation is not a church or a mosque. or Monna meeting. No. A nation is composed of different types of people. We are one nation. Both the mad people, they are all important. Ndiara. Nations without Ndiara, with even a nation must have criminals. I don't know. I don't know what a nation, a country, you must have criminals are part and parcel of it. If you go to the most developed nations, countries, like in Scandinavia, in Finland, in Denmark, they are, according to world statistics, that is the most developed countries. It's not America. In all these places, the most civilized people, they have criminals in prison. It doesn't matter how they put their prison very well, but they still have criminals. Different. So this is a nation. What am I trying to say? Let us not be myopic. Sometimes we make, is it overstatement or understatement? Because we don't see it. Everybody is important in this struggle. I say everybody. Both those that are lying down, both those that are jumping up, both those that are swimming in the water. Everybody, people must not be the same. Don't use your character to standardize. That is, if you are not doing like me, you are not an IPO. No, it is very wrong. That is wrong assessment. We must have people that are, hiding. They are also important doing their thing. We must have people that are open. We must have people that if they come, it's only they can hit you up. Even if you talk about, they slap you. Physical violence is part of it. We have people also that are very calm. So do not use your own destiny to standardize and say, if you are not doing like me, you are not doing Biafra, or you are not a hardcore. No. People have different methods because this is why it is a nation. You understand? I have come to understand this. When I study much about this Israel, how they made it, because it gives me concern. I ask question: how do this country, in the midst of very enemy countries, but they are still progressing? I come to understand that the work they are doing on the ground, unknown warriors are more than known warriors. Is Israel. You understand? That is how it is. They went on the ground mostly in Israel, Israelis, in order to achieve where they are today. You see people that are doing secret work, sacrificing their lives and being spies. Many you see Israeli spies that are converted to Islam just to get what they want. You see them ordinarily, you would think that they are saboteurs, but they know what they are doing. They are getting information that is helping the country. So you see people are playing different parts. Let me take this caller on direct line because he's paying. Mazi, can you hear me? Call on direct line, please. Go on. Please call us on WhatsApp. I will come to you. Please continue holding on. Caller on direct line. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, sir.
There were Mazi. Go on, please.
Yeah. Good evening, Mazi Namdekano. Good evening, Director of State. Good evening, Mazi Karoleki. Good evening, our mother today that came on air this evening before now. I want to thank every one of you fighting consistently to bring this to fulfillment. Honestly, sir, your presentation is a good one. I run into the understanding of the willpower of a man, like I will paraphrase it, on this planet and also in a case study of Nigeria. And I realize that it is a pertinent thing to, start extracting some, ideology that will make us understand that we have chosen, because I also attach choice in all this, symptom of a man who has his willpower, rightly. It's as a result of choice. Why am I saying this? Okay, before I continue, you were talking about, when you were starting off, you talked about this issue of the Fulani using, what was his name? Ebola, the Ebola president of Nigeria to establish a ministry called the Ministry of what's it called again? Livestock. So while you were saying that, I was not asking myself, I said, is it not this reason that recently, 3 hours ago, that the so-called senators from the southeast now say they want to clamor for the release of Nnamdi? Because they have seen it, that at the end of the day, they have gone indoors to negotiate on how to, generate another or clone another body of Biafra restoration, so that they continue with their way of, extravagant spending in the Senate House and all that, the participants of politics, political seats. Why I'm saying this is that, why is it that our people who have read so much, which means there is no importance to the Western education to our people down here, not to you people out there, down here in called, should I use the word? I don't know the one to use, is it Biafra or Nigeria? Why is it that we are not attaching, replicating that educational quality if we think is the hierarchy of every fulfillment of any state on earth, to be seen as a powerful country or powerful nation or a united nation, whatever one Nigeria is being captured to be? Why is it that they cannot emulate this ideology in the lifestyle of Fulani? Okay? Because for them coming out at this moment, after decades, after years back, who are they scared of? Who are they scared of? Are they scared of Fulani not, ruling them off from that seat of Senate or governor, or from the residual like local government? As in, what are they scared of? Are they telling me that if their children have been killed all this period of struggle, that they wouldn't have stood up to say out something? You see, the last time I called on this radio station, you encouraged me so much. You said sometimes I allow my emotions to take me off background, not to bring out whatever I want to say. And I sit back, I look at that, I say, yes, this is true. Because out of pains and feelings that I have for some certain issues, I feel hurt, and by being vocal, I will not know when it's up the line and all that. But I thank God for persons like you. And also, I'm just talking about this ideology of religion, attached to this struggle. I think it's one particular thing that we have done that is perfect than any other person, introducing the knowledge of religion, how it has been good and how it has never been good. Then I used to say something, and maybe if I ask you questions, I struggle not to say out the things I want to ask, because some people out there may not be strong enough. They are those people that Paul call in their scripture, they are the bone chewers and those the snake suckers. Some of them don't understand why we ask the questions we ask. We ask because they sit at their complaints, not coming up bold to ask the questions. So we ask as if we are against our struggle, for them to know. And I thank God for the perfect knowledge every one of you, the ministers on this platform, have given us the best from your side to solve those serious challenges that they have out there who do not want to join this struggle. Whether they like it or not, they are listening to this radio and they are learning more than we itself are learning. And the only problem I have with them is that they don't come out to eulogize this struggle in their own little way. They don't do it. They only sit down and criticize and make jest of themselves. But all I'm saying is that, please, I will appeal when Biafra is restored, which I know is here already. Please find a way. If you and Mazi, what's his name again? I think. I forgot one of the presenters too. The early morning presenter, Mazi from Olo. God Almighty. Okay, if two of you can be the minister of history, please, and religion, I want such ministry to be created when Biafra comes out, because a lot of things are happening. Sometimes in that context, let us bring out some clergies and the politicians, sit them round, other elites, sit them round for a little argument, not by quarreling, so that people will begin to learn. Imagine me asking a question, who created Ibere from where I came out from, in our little clan platform. Till today, they've not answered me that question. I'm telling you, for like 2-3 weeks now, they've not answered me that question. And I have elder men in that platform who would have said it out. But you see them early morning, they will send this program of this is early morning, chapter this, verse this, read this, and God answers your prayer. I don't know why our people are messing up their life without sense of reasoning. So all I'm saying is that your lectures are clean, and it has been helpful to me personally. And I think it is also helpful to those who love good things and who their hearts are clean in this struggle. Thank you so much. I remain very much.
Mazi. We must continue. We must continue spreading of this gospel, because this is, if not the most important part of this restoration, education, enlightenment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said this, that look, the mistake our forefathers did, the flag independent forebearers, they made the mistake of not accompanying their fight for flag independence with education. And we are seeing the result, the bad effect. So that is why Biafra restoration started with enlightenment. So that it is now, once we are being pumped full, now the pressure will be in us, we burst out. That is how it is. And the people should not be discouraged of how people are responding. Let me tell you, once you talk to many people are proselytes. Ndineso. Wherever people's majority, they don't even understand. But let me tell you, the word, only let us continue to talk with love. It's not a quarrel. It's not fight. Just make your point. You see, in all those multitudes that I think that they shout, some of them will go and start thinking. I have seen many of them that say, look, yes, at the first, I shouted, they say this and that, but after, the person once he go into his home, once he go into his quiet place, he will start, that thing you said will continue ricocheting in his mind. You understand? Just continue sowing the seed. Sow the seed, don't worry. That's it. We are all one people. We are looking for a better situation. A better situation for us to thrive. That is it. For love, out of love. So once we are sowing the seed, I am telling you, I bet you that seed is not a waste. One way or the other, it will germinate. And you will see the person later, he will be referring to, he will say, even when I was in a bus one time, somebody said, but I violently refuted him. I was one of the people that, but later on, and he didn't know the person again. Later on, that word he said, I start thinking about it. That is how things are. As long as we are not fighting, it is, our people bow to superior arguments. That is why we follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't you see how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking at the first time? With insult. He's insulting, but he's insulting our stupidity of black people. That is it. Beyond that, you say, what this man is saying is true too. That is what attracts you. That is what attracted us. And the rest is history. Caller on WhatsApp, you have been here for 20 minutes plus. Can you hear me? Please go on. Caller on WhatsApp. 50 cents. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you, Mazi.
There we go.
Good evening from here. My name is Ben Okekechi Gozuri, coming from city of Italy. Mazi, let me talk what I counted yesterday on TikTok. You know, all these our brothers who have channeled their way of bamboozling our people's brain on TikTok, telling them how powerful their God is. Yesterday, you know, I would counter them. Yesterday, I counter one. And I was telling him, why are you deceiving our people? Why are you doing this? He called someone out and tell him that God will do this, that God will do that. As he was saying that, as the time may have it now, his battle will become low. And he told them, wait, that his battery is low, that he need to go and charge. I said, I begin to mock him. So your God have power to do all these things you are saying, you are telling people.
But he cannot charge his phone battery.
To charge your phone.
Yes. He cannot pray miraculously, the phone will charge.
Power. Mazi, can you imagine? So he abandoned them and go and charge his phone with reality. Come back and see telling them that God. I tell them, you know, this deception is when you accept them, you deceive him. You understand? Young, but you know, I served mass for computed 15 good years. I was thinking that Mbaka is that powerful that he can heal HIV. I'm telling you honestly, because I do to graduation, I see people, I see if anything happened to me, I'll go to Mbaka, he will heal me direct. But today now, I know that all this is a scam. This is a scam. Just like one of my friends here now, he told me that where he hustled here in Italy, in a supermarket. So an Italian dash him money, and he told he said, "Thank God, that man come back and collect his money." He said, "Oh, go and ask that God to give you that money back." You understand me? So you know, they know that they're different between reality and superstitious. So what I'm saying, Mazi, is you see this gospel is making headway. If you go to Facebook, if you go to TikTok, anywhere you go, anybody who tell you that he's not entering, the person don't know, maybe he doesn't change, doesn't look around. Me, I follow up. This gospel is people are changing, people are repenting, people are seeing the reality, and they are facing that reality now. So another thing I want to say is this: these are the governors that is, I don't know if they are, should I call it cowardness or wickedness, or they don't care about us, that they will see the terrorism of Fulani men, how they slaughter thousands of people in space in our land. I don't know, Mazi, I cannot just understand, I swear. This one, he passed my brain. I'm telling you, Mazi. These men are wicked, but we must continue by speaking. Maybe people will be repenting. So, Mazi, let me leave you here now so that other will contribute. I don't want to take your time.
There were. And when you talk about our politicians, you also talk about our people, the way we behave. Carry one ordinary person that have been suffering the brunt of everything. Just just social experiment. Carry him that have been suffering from even Fulani headsmen destroyed his farm. And he have been calling, "Oh, governor, you don't do nothing. No, you people are wicked. You don't help us." Carry him and make him a governor. He will even do this. He will do the same thing. So you see that it's the politics of Nigeria. People should understand that system controls person. System controls individual. Let me stop here. Let me pick this call. I think maybe it's the last caller. Caller on signal. Can you hear me, Mazi?
I can hear you, Mazi. Good evening from here.
There, Mazi.
There, Mazi. I want to make you have said a lot of things this evening. This is same calling from me too. Mazi, let me begin from the things you say about the power of a man. To me, there's three principal things that make up a man and intelligence. One, memory. Two, the ability to process information and to act on it. Three, the ability to solve your problem without consulting anybody. These are the things that I see that constitute intelligence. And to me, in all these things now, judging to what the governors are doing, Soludo has proven that academic accomplishment is not intelligence. Different thing altogether. So they can speak a refined English, speak it to the level because they learned this in many years. That's why for me, you see these actors, these people acting movie and all that, I don't see them so much great or so phenomenal because I've seen where they're acting from. Before they get through to a particular word or tense, they might go about 10 or 15 times. Even the register will be angry with them because they didn't comport exactly where they are going to comport. So these the things they couple many times before they become perfect. So I don't see them so exceptional. So people see them as celebrities. I don't look upon all this thing. Even though singing music, you sit down for 1 year to write music. You go 1 year to write music. So when the music come out, I celebrate it. It's sweet, okay. But it's not that he did music, he composed it immediately and sang it. It took me over 1 year before he brings out a table, a music that people will like. Sometimes he fails. So this depends. Our people in government have failed our people. And even we, the people, has also failed on our own side. And our failure, what constitutes our failure is the environment we are living. Because there's a word I used to saw the time. But the environment where you live can determine the way you reason or the way you do things. The state of Nigeria has created a bad environment that make people doesn't reason, they act like, behave like animals, and do whatever they want. I'm tired of the situation of Nigeria. So the environment has caused a lot of damages. You know what some people used to say in Africa then, when they said God send the Israelites to go and keep people there and take the land, the promised land. In this Western world, if you eventually tell somebody that God told them to go and keep people and take the land, they tell you that God is not a good God. I'm a personal experience. I have told them when when I believe in all this nonsense, I said I support them. This is what they do. And they say no. One lady tell me that you don't know what you're talking about. That God doesn't want to be worshipped. But if you create other people and they say go and kill other people and take their land, that means he doesn't want to be worshipped. But this is what we believe, and we pray it. And God of Israel, you worship kill people, you tell them to go and kill all these people. If you say Russia are killing people today, you condemn Russia. Not the same thing. Do you know what God told them? That is why sometimes I counter those. Even this our brother said he counter people in the box. It had been a long time I counter people in the box. Even those days in Nigeria when they're trying to preach things. That if I look at it, I'm not a church somebody, but I'm a very nice person for my life since I was born. I don't go to all these. I don't frequent their churches, but it doesn't make me a bad person. So these are the things. When you meet our people preaching about all this church religion and other things, sometimes you see them somehow misbehaving themselves. Let me digress from this particular issue of church and other things. There's one thing you said, Mazi, and I concur with you with that. You said about the Funani playing their politics. To me, Funani is playing the world stage politics perfectly. They're playing it perfectly. That's what you see Funani doing is what international community are doing in Africa. Let me give you an example. Before they killed Saddam Hussein, who was the UN Secretary General? It was Kofi Annan, an African man. And they used him to vote in so that America will go to Iraq and kill Saddam Hussein. The same thing happened. Do you think that Obama was the most intelligent black person in the politics of America? For me, no. But they see that is the person that can be used to destroy Gaddafi, a long-time project plan
And
to destroy
Gaddafi
Gaddafi.
loved this man. Gaddafi loved Obama like his child. Honestly,
You couldn't even allow me to put that point, because that's the point I'm trying to make now. Because they find out that Gaddafi loved this man, and now they use him to go to Libya and destroy the project of Gaddafi has for the African people. If you know what Europeans do is that when they came to a community, that's why I don't blame our ancestors for some certain mistake they make about religion and they accepting the white people, because they kill the prominent people and destroy, go to the archive where we have every information concerning about and destroy them. That is what they do. When you destroy the key planner of a thing, or sometimes if that planner have not even expanded to elaborate it to other his fellow members, you have destroyed the plan. That is exactly what they did to Gaddafi. When Gaddafi was alive, during December time, people pay 250 euro to go to Africa. It's what we don't even plan for flight now. And they complain, your flight is very old one. Gaddafi is okay, old one. He bought about 100 flights, new one, new brown one, and push away the old one. They talk about the tax. Are you sure going to pay? He paid them 3 years in advance. This is things, a plan, trying to open African bank, make sure that Africa doesn't borrow money outside. These are the things. But what my question is that I'm still asking those in politics. What bank, International Monetary Fund, who give the money that they borrow to people? They go and print money paper, ordinary paper. If you bring old naira now, it is ordinary paper now. The same thing, a very strong paper. They print money and borrow to you. You are still paying debts. What you don't know on yearly basis.
They are using
my dear
ordinary
brother,
paper to destroy countries, Mazi. Ordinary paper they are printing, they are using it to destroy countries. Make people more poor.
There's nothing inside. Ordinary paper, there's nothing inside. Only that they make authority upon it. Who stamp. That's the only thing. It's ordinary paper. They go and print it and give it to you and then give you conditions and destroy you. That's what they're doing in Africa. It is a time when these governors will understand that all these our leaders will understand that what these people are doing. That's why sometimes I see someone like Tinubu and others. The day I had Tinubu said that they are talking about climate change. Have they give us money for that climate? That day I cancelled this man as a human being. I said this man is not a human being, but it doesn't have common sense. So they are demanding for money for climate change. Now they will give them the money and give them condition of that climate change. So that is what they are doing in Africa. So what Fulani is doing in Nigeria is exactly the politics of the international community. That's what they do. When they want to destroy somebody, they will use your own person to destroy you. And they make sure that your own person is there. And now they act upon what they want. Just like we are here and I'm living in Italy for a very long time. Maybe tomorrow I decide to go into their politics as a citizen or whatever. Then tomorrow they can put me maybe senator. If I become a senator, it doesn't mean that I can change the law of that land. I work upon that law being established with them. So that is where I would want to do everything I want to do. When I'm trying to go contrary by the law and the rules, they will not take me out. So that's why I never say like Kunji Wial. All this our politics, all this one you learned last time you said that I remember the time we used to call our people in a high political platform. Why can't they come out and support what we are doing? Those people have nothing to offer because they are working on the timeline and the template given by the white people. That's all, a lot of things. They are working on that template. You see, to destroy the World Trade Organization. Ngozi Iweala will be there now. We're pushing to put some certain things, and then they will integrate things that will affect where he came from. Unknowingly, I don't know whether they sit down and listen all these things, because anytime a white man says good morning to me, I listen very carefully to understand him before I say a reply, because I know they have now. If you just come here and study and go back to do politics, you have not been in the Western world. Unless you live here with them, even live in the rural area, to be able to get their grassroots of character, you will not see them. You will see them laugh with you and give you something he reject to eat. Something he reject to eat, he will give it to you. But he's laughing to you, but that thing he want to eat, he will give it to you to eat. Just to poison you. He sees food, maybe something has expired or something that is not a good condition. You don't want to eat it again. But when he see you, he will like to give you that thing and tell you, it's good, eat it is good. But he himself doesn't want to eat it. I see that person as enemy. So, Mazi, Fulani are playing the same politics. So, we are not surprised, but it is our responsibilities, our duty to understand, to process all this information we are getting here and make sure that we follow up. And what makes me to be angry sometimes is those in Biafra land, 70% of them are following, even 80% or 90% are following what we are doing, are listening to what we are doing. But there are few of them in Europe here, even in the Western world here. Despite being in the Western world, they don't want to understand the game or what the politics is all about. They only live their life like that. They don't even care. That's what annoys me sometimes when I hear them. So, Mazi, we have to be working. Even trying to thank our brother who said that he stopped somebody in the bus. Continue what we are doing. Even that word you uttered there, that day you said that there, somebody has picked some certain things. Tomorrow it might be good thing. Before you look around, he will hear it another place again. He will run to his mind and say, I had this one man say something this inside bus. He will now begin to think about it. One day you see that you converted somebody on that particular day, but you don't know. Thank you very much, Mazi. Good evening from here.
Well, there were Mazi. That's it. That's why when people are talking about IPOB being president, I laugh. I say, why is our people so still ignorant? Many of our people. How can IPOB come and change positively? They will use him in order to deal with us, and you will be using sentiment now. Is our brother. Anything he do, you keep quiet now, so that we don't destroy his presidency. And the Fulani will destroy everything. I am telling you. You don't know these people. Caller on WhatsApp, you be the last caller. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you.
There was Mazi.
Yeah. Mazi will be calling from Oka. Uluchama. Mazi, I want to ask this question. You know, I should not be misunderstood though. You know, knowing that it's left in our hand to get this thing that we are fighting for. My question is now, why do we keep, doing all these religious activities, even in this Biafra struggle? So why can't we stop all these religious activity and focus on the task ahead? Like all these, maybe we do 7 days singing and praising and all this fasting and all this thing. Why can't we stop all these things so that our people will still sit up and do the needful? Although the question is for the leadership, not for you anyway. Then,
but let me say something here. Let me say something to the question you asked, Mazi. Let me tell you this.
Okay.
Biafrans, we are not authoritarian. If you use maybe authoritarian system in order to deal with Biafrans, it may be. We are a people that believes in conviction. That's why we input much on, talking to our people. Our people have conscience. They see the truth. They know the truth when they see it. If you come and say, oh yeah, I order everything, no, it's not done like that. Biafra is a place whereby everybody, but there must be an overriding skeletal value that will be in control. You understand? Through that is because every country have their basic solid value system under which the system at least is built. Dubai is a Muslim country. It's an emirate. Emirates, United Arab Emirates. But they have churches there. They have Hindus there. They don't say, no, don't do this, don't believe or don't go your church. No. People go to church and clap and sing. People go to church, not only in Dubai, but it's an emirate. It's a Muslim country. But there is a limit, a limitation that they will put on you. There is a things they will remind you politely that, look, it doesn't matter, but here is a Muslim country. You understand? Because it is being built basically on the skeletal system of Islam. That is their basic value, core value, number one. But they allow others to thrive. That is how things are. So you cannot expect IPOB or they say, oh yeah, give command. Oh yeah, no. It doesn't work like that, Mazi. Let everybody, the more you see, do you now realize that the rate of religiosity from the beginning, it has reduced. Have you realized that? It is not out of cohesion.
Yes.
It is not a command given by the leadership or no. But conviction, people are seeing things and they are now being fed up with other things. People are being convinced on this way or the other way. That is how things work. But our focus is Biafra. But according to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu, Biafra will be built on reality, not superstition. Because with the superstition, which means we'll be worse than Nigeria even. We'll be worse than Nigeria. Something will happen to somebody. Somebody will die of sickness, or one type of sickness or the other. Another person, hey, they have killed him. They killed him in the spirit. And they will carry the person, go bury like that without no autopsy to find out what is the real cause of the sickness. And the sickness will kill another person. Do you see where superstition is evil? Do you see why it is evil? It is detrimental to, or to our existence. It's ignorance personified, the superstition. You conclude without even making any effort to understand the what. You have concluded. Hey, Abwanaya Chere. Hey, your enemy. Now the person will believe that because everybody must have a perceived enemy or real enemy. Every human being. So, one, you now find out that the person that is sick, instead of going to real hospital to diagnose what is the cause of my sickness, he already believed that so you see that it is simply stupidity that we are trying to remove from our mindset. Forget about how people are turning it. Mazi, there will go on, please.
Okay. There's what's happening in this Nigeria now that is getting me worried, and I don't know if people are seeing it. But you see the rate of accidents that's happening now, mostly in this eastern part, and people are praying. Buildings are falling. I don't know why. If you enter social media, before you scroll down, before you get up to 5 posts, you will see a report of missing person. And people are not even. I don't know if people are noticing it. So this thing is giving me worried. I don't know what is going on. So, Mazi, thank you. Let me stop here.
What is going on is Nigeria, and nothing more. That is why we want to get the hell out of there. Whatever you are seeing is Nigeria going on, nothing more. So that is why we want to get out of that place. It's a hellhole. No person cares. Buildings collide. I saw a building, I think in Benue, a school that collapsed and killed. Still counting. Everything, nothing is controlled. It's a hellhole. Nothing is controlled. No system in place. What people cares about is looting, being into government office and looting. They don't care. You see, that's why even Nigeria makes me, I loot, looting, abhor religion. Because the way Nigerians are religious, things is supposed to be a paradise on earth. But you see, it's a hellhole, complete hellhole. Lack of law and order. No application of law and order. Nothing. Everybody behaves as long as you have long leg. As you have an innocent person can be picked today because he has nobody. He will become tomorrow. He'll be labeled an armed robber. He will be killed for nothing. Your life is nothing, not secure. And the real criminal, I saw somebody, I think, whether one person confessing, arrested a criminal. That his godfather is a politician from Oyo. No, is it Oyo State? Yes. That gave him 30 rifles. It's only in Nigeria you hear about political thugs. They don't call them criminals. They can kill. They have godfather. So, you see things that doesn't happen in any other place in this world is taking place in Nigeria. And I wonder what Britain created there. What? No law and order. That is why, the place is just ripe for human organ traffic, organ harvesting. And the Brigade and the West, they are already, making it official. Because they are in charge of the system. We need to get out of this system. If I said it the other day, if Nigeria continues to exist until maybe another 50, 100 years, Nigerians will depart from normal Homo sapiens. They will now evolve into another type of being. I am telling you. With the way things are going, because Nigerians are not normal. The worst part of it is they don't know it. I have a friend that is in the zoo now. When we talked yesterday, he said, my brother, people here, they don't even know. When you come, you see that people are not normal. But people, that there is no life here. People are not living life. But they don't know. They don't care. They don't know. Everybody is on superstition. Oh, God, help me. It's God. That's why you enter bus. Oh, it's God. People will come and pray to you. It's God that will help us. It's God that will lead us. Where does this thing happen? God. Everywhere, God. But people are criminals. Everybody is a criminal as long as you're Nigerian. Everybody. Because it's the system. It's not about your private character. Your private character is being shaped and controlled by the system. You might not know. So that criminal, you are a criminal as long as you are in Nigeria, as long as Nigeria is concerned. It's the system. That is why we need to build a viable system where we shall see criminality as criminality. There will be law and order. If anybody goes against the law, he will be sanctioned. And the people, you don't wait for evil to touch you before you react. Once any offense against somebody, violent against one person, should be violent against everybody. But in Nigeria, it's not so. It's not so. There is one person, one news headline, the former minister of power. What is his name? He collapsed in the court. How many billions they are trying for? Is it 100 and something billion or naira? And he collapsed. And they have given him bail. Is it 10 billion naira bail? Nigeria is an abode for criminals. I think one time American Secretary of State, Colin Powell, during the Obasanjo regime, he said it. But after people started that, Nigeria started attacking, say, why should he say? He said, once you see a Nigerian, you see it in his face, say, criminality. It's the system. It's not about you as an individual. It's the system. It's the system you are in. System where you come from. That is what shapes you. That is what makes you who you are. But as you're in Nigeria, they don't even observe it. So it is high time for us to understand that we can make a change. We are human beings. Change is in our hand, though. We don't need to look for one supreme God to do it for us. It's impossible. Nigeria, people are calling on God, Allah, everything. In the motor, in the car, even in the aeroplane, no, people will preach, God, let us pray. Does it change anything? I ask. These are questions you need to ask yourself. Does it change anything for good? The answer is no. People as criminals are still criminals. People are still, high criminally minded than criminals. Unrepented criminals. Looters. So let us understand the power of man. Because man is in charge of this planet Earth. Man is in charge. Nothing else. So let us be a player, or let us be part of the players in this world, not observers, those that are waiting for one supreme God to come and take care. No, he cannot. There is no, this is our world. Don't be too much concerned about where you are going to go after death. You don't have control over it. You don't know. I don't know. Where were you before you were born? I don't know. You don't know. Billions of years this world have been, and you were, before you were born. Where were you? You don't know. I don't know. Why should it be? What should concern us is this present world we are in. How can we make it a better place so that we live and be happy? That is it. As collective, we be happy people, not a happy person in the midst of mad and useless millions. Only you, you are waiting, you are happy. No. We create an environment that is favorable to all and sundry, where meritocracy rules. Are you hearing me? Where meritocracy rules, merit rule. Once you merit it, you get the job. You get it. That is why you are running away to abroad, because that is where there is meritocracy. You go, anything you can do, you do it. They don't check you are Igbo man or you are black. No, you do it because they see you as you merit that place and you take it. That is meritocracy. Unlike in Nigeria, where there is clanism, tribalism, you must have contact. Everything is about medieval Stone Age system that you cannot understand. Stone Age system. Let us build a vibrant society, and the building it is now. That is the Biafra we are trying to restore. Biafra that is built on reason, common sense, critical thinking, not about superstition, not about believe, your belief and my belief is different, and your acrimony. We shouldn't be acrimonious, because we are children of one family. IPOB is one family. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our religion. Biafra remains who we are. Biafra is everything. Biafra, we must continue in everything we are doing. We must continue, because Biafra is our ultimate goal. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Ọ na-adị m ka m nọ na nlọ mbụ nwa na-ajụ m ọ sị na Biafra na-atago